Today's ramble is about art. I have a lot of it. I've been creating a lot of it. I am now calling myself an artist as well as a miracle instigator because I, at this point, have too much art to deny the fact that I'm an artist. I've added it to my website, and I think there's currently 15 big canvases for sale. And I started doing art maybe 5 years ago, like really creating big canvases in acrylic, and I love doing them. And this one behind me is not mine, but it is a very large piece, if you can see here, that is a collective piece that I did. I took a class over at the Studio Art here now it's in Forest Park. I took the class when it was in Oak Park, and we did some portraiture, but this art here is actually a collection of the leftovers on the palette. And so I'll step forward so you can see it even bigger. But like the beauty of this piece, right? It's enormous. Like that's my couch. So you can see it is huge. And the beauty of this piece is that everyone just had leftovers on their palette and went and just threw something on the wall on this canvas. So I estimate there's probably 200 people that have contributed to that. I did some squiggle somewhere. I think there's an eyeball maybe in this area. I don't know. That's what I contributed. But it was fun in my journey of creating art to, just express myself. So as I'm packing up my house, it's really quite funny because I will share with you. I have on all my walls, I have art here. I have, over my sewing table, I have pictures of photos that I've done. Here's another one that I've done that my kids have told me I'm not allowed to sell because they love it so much. This is my Phoenix. She was one of the first ones I did. My house is a little messy because I'm in the process of... This one I did is a collection of over 100 words that are all positive about... It says, I am the universe, sunshine, and rainbows. And underneath it is a ton of words. I have a whole list of about 100 words that I did that are just positive words about who I am as I've been going through this process of finding myself. I have this little piece that I did. This is a cardinal that reminds me of my grandfather. And then now I just these both go horizontally. This one I did that's kind of feels like a forest. There's more everywhere, y'all. I'm kind of inundated. So if you're interested in buying some art, please go to my website. And, I have series. The photography series aren't online. So if you see something that's interesting to you, please reach out to me. But then I have another series over here that's some bark, a 5 series and some shadow boxes. And I have this one that reminds me of, it just naturally, I didn't plan this for it to match the radiators, but it does. And then, let's see if the walls of my room are decent enough to share with you. So I did a giant angel wing. I have this one hidden back here that is really calming, and it's grass. But I have a ton of really big canvases, y'all. So I'm getting a little bit anxious about moving them. It's kind of a fun process. I also have, a feather. And of course you can see my feathers that I have on my counter, but I have the feather. And then this one I'm not ready to sell. I think we called it Whimsy. It's delightful. I haven't framed it yet, but we'll get it. And oh my gosh, there's another one each of my kids have one in their rooms. I've got another one over here. This is the last one I think I'll show you. I have one in my little bathroom here. Yeah. So I've just been experimenting with different and playing with all sorts of techniques. Some of them have, and there's one over here too. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. So there's one here. Y'all, this is a little crazy. This is the mother and child that I did. I'm telling you, it's out of control. And so at this point, I have to call myself an artist. This one's done with paint markers. I was playing with paint markers. All I need is within me now. And it sits over me while I work with my clients, which because they just get to look at that and see that the magic is really inside of us. So, you know, it just keeps going. Each room has more and more stuff, but as I pack and keep going like this together, here's another one that's in my son's room. As I keep packing and putting things away and figuring out what I'm keeping and what I'm letting go of, it's just helping me find who I am and like what have I outgrown? What do I need? What do I not need? What's important to me? My mom came into town for the weekend, and I got to get some bins and started just packing up my stuff. And it feels really good to get organized and release a whole bunch of stuff that I've outgrown. So that's my ramble for today. If you haven't reconnected to your art, and if you feel that you're artistic, or even if you aren't, it's a really great way to deal with trauma and help heal yourself. And all of these pieces have fun healing energy in them because I've infused them as I've painted them with love or healing or some sort of magic. So they're all available. Well, the ones that are available that I'm willing to sell, which is about 15 of them, are available. The paintings are available on my website at amandahyoung.com, and then you put in a /art, or you can just click on the button that says art and you'll see all of them. And then if you are ever interested in a photography series, I have one for beautiful spaces in Alaska. I've got ones that are all fungus, like the one, you can't see these really on the wall behind me, but there's a whole 9 series of mushrooms in the woods and mosses and bark. So I have one of the beach, I have one of tree bark, I have this moss fungus one, and then I have an Alaska series of 5 bigger paintings. If you're interested and you need art for your place, reach out to me because I have art. And especially if you're local, shipping it can be crazy, but we'll figure that out. And yeah, that's me as an artist today, owning each little bit of myself even more. So what is it that you could own today that you have